Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're picking out another children's book, so let's shake our little Stitch cup up, stick our hand down in the bottom, couldn't grasp one, and let's open up which book we're reading. Skippyjon's Class Action. I'm sorry if I knock you guys around again, because the bookshelf these are on are literally right behind where I film at, so let's get right into this. Skippyjon's Class Action by Judy Schwarner. Let's see. Skippyjon Jones was just dying to go to school. These pages are stuck together. And nobody, not even his mama, was going to stop him, but she did, by the scruff of his neck. School is for the dogs, started Mama Junebug Jones empathetically. They're unruly and drooly, she added dramatically. Just listen to that barking, those hounds sound ferocious. Plus a bus full of dog breath would smell so atrocious. Good golly, Pop Lolly, it's such a no-brainer. If there is a good dog, it's because of a trainer. His mama gently nudged her nugget into his room. Then she added, your Skippyjon Jones, a smart Siamese cat. Take a look in the mirror if you don't believe that. He looks in the mirror every day, said his sisters Jezebel, Jilly Bo, and Juju B. But all he sees are chihuahuas. Arf, arf, barked Juju B. After his family left him to think, the chihuahua did exactly what his mama suggested, but not before he bounced around his room with some books. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I don't get the fuss. It's not like a pigeon is driving the bus. Then he climbed up his sister's kitty condo ladder for a peekaboo in the mirror. Holy Julio, squealed the kitty boy. How many chihuahuas am I? He wondered out loud, and then he took a deep breath, and using his very best Spanish accent, he answered, as many as your head can handle, hombre. And quicker than you can say, the cat in the hat never did that. The kitty boy tossed his mask and his cape and a bright yellow bandana into his mochila. Then he buttoned up his red plaid shirt. He began to sing in a muy soft voice. Oh, my name is Skippyjon Frisco, and I'm off to the school for pretos, 'cause I've got a good hunch that I'm going to have lunch with a grande old bunch of poquitos. Just across the hall, Mama Junebug Jones and the girls were doing a little homework of their own. Listen here, messy missies, said Mama. How are you supposed to clean your kitty condo without your ladder? Skippyjon has it, said the sisters. What for? Asked Mama. So he can see the chihuahua in the mirror. The chihuahua, however, was already in his closet, boarding a bus for school. But the kitty boy wasn't the only chihuahua on board. His old amigos, Los Chamingos, were going to school too. Thank dog you made it, dude, exclaimed Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. Skipito, panted Poquito Tito, the smallest of the small ones. We need your help, con el bonito. Without a doubleito, declared El Skipito. But why do you need my help with the bully? Because he is Pero Messino, declared Don Diego, who bananas around the escuela in a tazito. He spins around the school in a tiny teacup, exclaimed the kitty boy in shock. See, dude, added Don Diego, he growls and howls and wears a suerte dental hombre. Not the wool sweater, said Scapito. Agreed Paquito Tito, trembling. He is a woolly bully. There wasn't a dog worth his biscuits who didn't fear the whole woolly bully, so it wasn't a surprise when a potent puff of panic poofed onto the gato's tail. And all the puffiness inspired the Puchitos to sing, oh, Puffy, Puffo, Puffito, we know you can do it, Skippito. Let's unravel his sweater and knit something better. We'll show that old woolly bullito. But there was no turning back now. The doggies had arrived at school. A moment later, the principal, a poodle with the very high standards, appeared in the bucket with a bucket of balls and a whistle. First she blew, and then she threw. Go fetch, barked Miss Bugito. Then every dog, big and small, chased the ball down the hall and into their classrooms, except for Skippito. He got carried along by the river of rovers and landed in art class, where he drew his best ever double doggy doodle. I've never seen a pup do that before, said Mrs. Houndler, the art teacher. Then he trotted over to the music room and bayed like a beagle for the canine chorus. Bow wow with the muzzle tuft, what a pair of ears. After music came math, where Skippy stunned Mrs. McDruller with his counting skills. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. At the bell, the amigos followed their nose into the library. Not even a bowl full of frijoles smelled as delicious as a scent of books waiting to be read. I lick Libros, declared El Skipito Frisquito, the great Readito. I like books too, whispered Leonora Lipstatter, the librarian, from behind the bookcase. The kitty boy was the last to leave the library, so he had to race right over to French class with Monsieur Fosé. Can you say cheese? Asked the teacher. Oui, oui, said Z. Ponduros. Fromage. Si, si, said Skippito. Queso. Queso cabaza, shouted the chimingos from the rear of the room. I'm not a cheesehead, chimichangos, cuckolded the gatito. I'm a chihuahua. The poodles were tickled pink to have Los Pochitos in a class with them, and Los Pochito wanted to share what they had learned with their amigo. Zozzi's Poopy sang, Sumsi Comosito, we have Zumzing to tell you, Skipito. When Z Poodles say we, they really mean si, so don't look for a red hydrito. After French, Los Michitos took a pass on obedience class, deciding instead to nap inside the warm case with the golden trofeos. I'm not good at following the rules, confessed the kitty boy. What dog is dude? Quipped Don Diego. But just then the Gorrito heard the gut-gurgling growl that shook the entire esquilo, perhaps the whole plantita. Holy heartburn, hollered Skippito. Was that my tummy? No, that is the bellow of the woolly bolito, said Poquito Tito with a shiverito. The gruesome grumble grew louder, and along with it came the rattle of a plink and terrible tazito. It was spinning wildly right under his nose, circling like a polka dot shark. And now, declared Don Diego, get out your duds, dude. But Skippito was too frozen with fear to unpack his mochilo, so his amigos did it for him, helping to change their Chio into El Skipito Frisquito, complete with mask, cape, and banana. Why, the plantito, dude, said Pinto Lito. It's my snackito, replied the gay Tito. Will you share it with me and Tito? Yes, indeedo, agreed Skippito. Then woof chucka-lucka-lucka, woof chucka-lucka-lucka, every doggy leaped out of the case and latched onto the turbocharged Tazia. This caused the cup to spin wildly out of control, some of the chicos just hanging on by a tail. Estoy morido, cried Skippito. You are not dizzy, dude, you're green, yipped the doggies. The whirling derivish of a dog-filled teacup cut a mean path of destruction past the principal's office and spun straight on into the lunch bunch in a bowling ball. Strikeito, shouted the Puchitos. And strike it did. Smash, crackle, and pop. The twirling Trizito crashed right into the table and broke apart, exposing the ferocious Fuzzy for what he really was, a teeny-tiny, itsy-bitsy, wool-wearing teacup chihuahua. Dude, declared Skippito, you're no longer the Bugito, but the Bugito's only reply with a gut-gurgling growl greater than the hounds had ever heard before. Is that your tummy? Asked Skippito. Si, replied the Bolito. Tengo much hambre. I am hungry too, agreed the Gangito, but you can have my plantino. This act of kindness made the Chimingos pull out their jump rope right in the middle of the mess. Peanut butter and belly buttons, chunky cherry pits. The woolly bully's taza has broken into bits. Wiggle, waggle, jelly on the toast. He's not a woolly bully, he's just a hungrier than most. Just then, Miss Bagala stumped into the lunchroom. I smell a cat, she bellowed. The cat better scat. Then out came the whistle. First she blew, and then she threw a bright yellow ball down the hall, which every dog, big and small, began to chase, except for Skippito. He wasn't chasing the ball, he was running for his life, for Skippy tripped and then he slipped on the banana peel and slid straight out of his closet and back into the arms of his Mama Junebug Jones. What in the woolly white willies have you been up to, Mr. Whistle Whiskers? Asked Mama. He broke my teacup, whined Jillybo. And he ate my banana, complained Jezebel. That's 'cause he went to school with the Chihuahuas, explained Jujubee. Later that night, after every Fuzzy fell asleep, the kitty boy was good for one last bounce. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I couldn't say it better. A dog is not a bully just because he wears a sweater. Then he bounced over his mama and gave her a beso, a kiss she felt straight through the layers of her quilt. Good night, little dipper, said the very sleepy mama. Good night, mama, and said the very sleepy kitten. That is the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.